Hey YouTube, ReggieTECH here, and today we're going to be unboxing the new Nintendo 2DS XL. So let's take a quick look around the box before opening it up. Here on the front you got that really nice picture of the new Nintendo 2DS XL, and it does tell you that it plays all the Nintendo 3DS games in 2D. Here up at the top you have that nice Nintendo logo. Down at the bottom you have all the product information. And around on the back, you get the description of this new Nintendo 2DS XL. So it does tell you that the screens are 82% larger, that it does feature that new ergonomic folding design, which is great. You do have that C stick there, and it does have NFC for the amiibos. And it gives you a little description of the new Nintendo 2DS XL as well. Around the side you have that it just says the new Nintendo 2DS XL, and on the other side it says the same thing again. So let's go ahead and open this up. So it looks like they did include a charger with the new 2DS XLs, which is great because for a good amount of time, Nintendo didn't include any chargers with their 3DS and 3DS XL models. So I'm glad that they did include that with this one. So let's go ahead and take everything out. So as usual, they did include the AR cards. And what's really interesting is that it doesn't even say that it's for the new 2DS XL. It still says Nintendo 3DS on it. So I'm guessing these are the same exact cards that you would get in any other 3DS or 3DS XL models. Here we have the Quick Start Guide. And with the Quick Start Guide, it does show you how to use the charger. And it does show you that the new 2DS XL has a door that opens up for you to put the game cartridge in, which is pretty cool. So now let's go ahead and take a look at this new 2DS XL. So the first time I take it out, it's extremely light. It almost feels like a feather in my hand, which is great because you don't have to have that very heavy device that you're going to be walking around with or playing even for a long amount of time. I know with the 3DS XL it's a little more heavier and bulkier, so the more time that you spend playing it is gives you a little bit of fatigue on your fingers and on your hands. So this new 2DS XL looks great and it feels great. I love that it's a very light design, and let's go ahead and open it up. So I think you just heard the hinge joint here. I'm really liking that new soft hinge. It doesn't have a very hard hinge going to the midway section of opening up. And then it does have that nice ratchet joint when you're opening it up fully. So you have those really huge screens, one huge screen at the top and another huge screen at the bottom. Now, I love this design. They put a huge just glass piece right up here. So that looks very nice and sleek. They did take out the speakers from the top, referring to a 3DS or 3DS XL. All the speakers were always up here at the top. And, so the speakers, I'm guessing, are located somewhere else on the device. But you have that huge bottom screen as well. And that bottom screen is looking great. I love how they have that new bezel choice here, and I'll show you an example of what I mean in a second with comparing it to a 3DS XL. The bezels go in here. It looks very sleek how they designed the design. It's just going into the screen basically. Here's that new C stick that they added to this new 2DS XL, and all the button choices are pretty much the same. The buttons feel really nice. Here you have a home button over here on the side. I haven't seen one of these on a side of the DS since the Dsi XL, or the DSi. I'll get one of those out as well and show you an example. I do not have a 2DS to show you an example of because I never saw the point in buying one. just because of the design. I felt like it was more geared towards children, and which is great that Nintendo brought out something like that, so kids and parents could have a peace of mind when using the game system that it's not gonna break. Because I know when I was younger, I had the DS Lite, and one time I broke the screen completely off by accident. It fell, and the whole thing the hinge broke here on the DS Lite. So I'm glad Nintendo did that, but I didn't see a reason for me to buy one. But this 2DS XL looks amazing, and I'm really loving this design. From the moment I saw it online, I knew I had to get one just because of the design, and now that I have it in hand, it is amazing. I love the very light feel to it, and I love the overall look of the device. So let's go ahead and close the screen and take a look at the bottom. Here we have that game cartridge slot. So all you got to do is just grab that, pull it out a little bit, and you have access to the game cartridge, and you have access to the SD card slot as well. I love how they did this choice, because if you're not storing a game in there, you don't have to worry about accumulating dust inside the game cartridge port. And you also don't have to worry about accidentally clicking the game cartridge while playing the game. I know I'm probably not the only one that did that, and if I am, oh well, I've done that before. And I've lost all the brand new things that I got in the game. So I love this design of having a cover over that game cartridge. And here we have the stylus. Now the stylus is shorter, and it has a bit of a more bulky feel to it, which is cool in a way. Everything on this DS fits really nice together. Nothing is really, popping out or anything like that. And then you have the headphone jack here, you have the power button right up here. And down here you have the two 3D camera lenses, I'm guessing. They have those on the 3DS XL and the 3DS. So I'm guessing it's a 3D lens kind of picture capture. One thing that does look a little awkward on this, and it's not a bad thing at all, it's that the camera on the top here is popping out a little bit. Now that's most likely because the hinge to make everything go in there would affect the wires a little bit for the camera. So I'm guessing that's why they chose just to leave it up here on the on this hinge that doesn't move at all. Accompanying it, you do have the mic, and you do have a little light bar there. So on the bottom right next to this power button, you do have the charging light indicator right up here, and you do have the Wi-Fi indicator right up there. So let's take a quick look at how this compares to a 3DS XL. So comparing this to 3DS XL, I'll choose the Luna and Solago version. It feels extremely heavy in the hands. Now I love that this has a new light feel to it. So when you open it up, you'll see that the screens look bigger, but they only look bigger because it has a bezel going around the screen, the actual screen. So I guess instead of doing that little bezel here, they chose just to put a full glass screen on top of this one. And going back to what I said about the bezel choice around the bottom screen, up here on this 3DS XL, they have the rising bezel, so it goes up and then the screen is there. I like how everything flows better on this 2DS XL because everything flows very nicely along the design of the DS. And you have that home button right here in the center, but over here you have it on the corner. And then the game cartridge slot on the 3DS is down here on the corner as well. So, you can either accidentally press it or whatnot. Things happen sometimes. But I love the fact that they did put that cover there. It'll prevent a lot of dust from getting in there. So let me grab that Dsi Xl and we'll take a look at how that compares to this as well. So here we have that Dsi Xl, and I did say that they had a home button here, but there's actually no home button on the Dsi XL. It's actually the power button that's located right on the bottom left-hand corner, just like how they put that home button right there on the 2DS XL's corner. So I think that they're kind of integrating a little old design into the new bodies of the DS, which is nice. And here on the Dsi XL, it also had the camera right there in the center. But they did use a hinge for that camera. And there's just the back of the Dsi XL. Now you have the game cartridge up here. That's the major difference on 3DS's and the 2DS systems. So overall, I think that this 2DS XL is amazing. I love the design. I love the fact that it's basically weightless in my hand. It's extremely light, and I think that'll, you know, give way to longer playing time because your hands won't get fatigued at all while playing this, because it just feels like a more comfortable design rather than the 3DS XL here. Now going to, you know, performance-wise, I don't know how the performance is as of yet, so I'll have to check out how the performance runs compared to the 3DS XL. But I'm pretty sure that everything will, you know, pretty much go through smoothly with the 2DS XL. I have very high hopes for it. I'm really liking the system as it is right now. So I hope you guys liked this unboxing and little comparison to the 3DS XL and the Dsi XL. I hope you guys like what you saw. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button down below. I will be posting a video soon after this one of the screen protector for this 2DS XL, because I love to put screen protectors on basically everything that has a screen just to protect it. But I hope you guys liked what you saw. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. To keep most updated with ReggieTECH, go like my pages on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time.